Okay, so Office Christmas Party. I think there is comedy there. I mean, I did enjoy it for what it is. The trailer was a bit cringy when I watched it, and it wasn't very long. But I guess it's not really something to go off. And I think there are very good things about it. Like the cast seemed to be having a really good time making it, and that is evident. I found the bit at the end a bit odd, where they're doing some of the gag reels and some of their actual scenes, but they're not messing up and stuff like that. But I thought that wasn't really the point of outtakes. But um, so yeah, I mean Jennifer Aniston's very good in it. I think she plays a bitchy character well. Jason Bateman's good. I like him. I think he's always been, very, very commendable, very funny. Um, I haven't really seen Kate McKinnon before because obviously she was in the Ghostbusters remake, and a lot of people hated that. And going into that sort of thing, people didn't really think she was very apt for that comedy sort of thing. And I can understand here maybe some people are a little bit like, ooh, I don't know. I thought she was okay. I think she has her moments, and she can be very funny. I think there are some very funny gags in here. I mean, there are like some gags where there's the guy who's kind of lonely and shy, and the like Indian American, and he actually is from Deadpool, which is kind of funny because it's like a Deadpool link with T.J. Miller as well being in Deadpool, um, and there's this joke which I actually got, and I'm not sure if anybody else sort of understood it as much as I did, but there's a thing where he has to pay this girl who's basically a prostitute to be his girlfriend, and he goes to one ATM and he can only take $200 out. So then he goes to a different ATM, which he can get a lot more money because it doesn't check your credit, which I know because being to the United States quite a few times, I have had that sort of thing where when you have certain money going in, there's this one ATM won't check your credit, and you can take out as much money as you want. And it doesn't seem to make any assumption, and other ones will not let you take money out if they're a better bank or got better credit rating for their things. But basically, the point of the joke is that he goes to get money from a different ATM because he can't get it from the other one, and I found that really funny. And there are visual jokes that are very funny, and that's good. The general humor is okay. I think the thing with this movie is there are some people who sort of hit the certain thing with it, and they get they get the jokes and they do it well, and like Jason Bateman and stuff like that. But there's also some people who aren't very good. I didn't like the Uber driver character in it. I thought she was dreadful. She only has a few scenes in the movie, but I thought her scenes were really grating. Ugh, just really just like grating teeth and just I just didn't get anything to do with why she was in this movie. I mean, it's kind of like there's a scene in the Home Alone trailer where they actually cut somebody out of the movie at the when he's trying to pay for the items. It's a bit like that. But people go, "Ooh, he's not in the movie anymore," oh, because he wasn't very good. And she's just downright dreadful. I mean, even the bit at the end is the whole thing of, oh, oh, Susan, are you Susan or something, and just keeps going on to this old lady like, oh, for God's sake, shut up and go away. Dreadful. But there is stuff here to like. I mean, T.J. Miller is funny. I think he's one of the better ones in the movie. Jennifer Aniston is very funny at times, because she comes across as this sort of dreadful person, and then near the end of the movie, she seems to redeem herself and actually show she's not so dreadful, and there's actually a human being inside of her. But generally, I think this movie is okay. I mean, I see the audience is going for. I mean, I thought it was going to be really disastrous because if you're going up something against like The Night Before, which came out about 2 years ago, but they always push out these Christmas movies, and sometimes they're really dreadful, and that's why I was really like, oh, I don't know. And even off, not just from the base of the trailer, is that thing that they release these movies like New Year's Eve and Valentine's Day, and they're always near the end of the year, and it's a calendar thing, and they're dreadful, and they're not very good, and that's why I was sort of like, eh. But I'm happy to report it's not as bad as those movies, which is good. I mean, I never bothered with New Year's Eve, but it probably is just as ghastly as Valentine's Day. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed it for what it is. I think there's some very good things in there. Um, but I think the very funny gags are sort of far and few in between. I mean, I think now and again you'll get sort of thing like, oh, that's really funny, like the ATM gag or the Kia gag because it's the whole thing about IKEA and it's cold in Sweden, and I think they're making kind of a second joke with that because it's cold in Chicago in Christmas, and stuff like that, and that's funny. But generally, I think it's okay. I would probably watch it again, but it's worth a watch. It's not great, but perhaps you'll enjoy it, perhaps you won't.